So in this video, we're going to talk about the top reason that I'm hearing from you, people that I'm working with weekly, as to why you're considering making Knoxville, Tennessee your new home. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because I think you're going to find this a little bit surprising. My name is Todd Jewell, and my team and I receive calls and emails every day from people just like you who are looking to make that move to Knoxville. We love to hear from you. We don't care if you're looking to make that move immediately, if you're not going to be making that move for a year. It's never too early to get the process started so that your move can be as easy and stress-free as possible. Okay, let's get to it. So what is drawing so many people to East Tennessee and to Knoxville, Tennessee in particular? Well, I've been working specifically with people who are looking to relocate to East Tennessee for over 10 years. And what I've seen during that period of time is I've seen the main reasons that people are relocating here change, especially in the last 2 or 3 years. So 10 years ago, 8 years ago, the number one reason that I heard consistently by far and away was that they were looking at property in East Tennessee and to make it their new home because of our cost of living. And that include our low real estate costs. You could come here, you could buy a home for 60-70% of what you were paying in a lot of parts of the country. So our tax base was low. We've done videos on our cost of living here and it's still really low. And that's still a top reason that I hear, but it's not the top reason anymore. A second thing we used to hear all the time, and we still hear, it's just not number one again, is all the natural beauty that we have here in East Tennessee and all the outdoor activities that you can enjoy. If you're an outdoor person, if you like to go hiking, biking, all those kind of good things, East Tennessee, Knoxville is fantastic for that. And that's always been one of the top reasons that people would tell me that they're considering relocating here. But once again, it's still at the top of the list, but it's not number one. Thirdly, one of the things that we have heard on and off for years is that people love the idea of having, 4 mild but distinct seasons. We did a video on weather, check that out as well. And it's still popular. This area is still popular because of that same reason also. But at the same time, once again, it's still not number one. So it's really unique that we've seen such a change as to why people are looking to relocate to this East Tennessee area. And it's something that most of my local people that I talk to also don't understand about why people are looking to relocate. Everybody assumes it's cost of living, but it's not. So what is the number one reason that I'm hearing personally from you, the people I'm working with, as to why people are considering moving to Knoxville, Tennessee? Well, let's look at it. So what is the number one reason that I'm hearing from you today as to why you're considering relocating to East Tennessee? Well, you're telling me that the number one reason is that you're looking for a place that more closely aligns with your conservative values. And it doesn't really matter whether it's a young couple I'm talking to who are considering having children or already have some young children, or whether it's the person who's approaching retirement age, or whether it's someone who's in retirement. This reason seems to be multi-generational for the people that I'm working with. And they're telling me, look, we need somewhere that we feel comfortable. A place that values family, a place that values community, tradition, that's patriotic, those types of things, places where we want to raise our children with those around people who have those similar values. And I'm hearing that, and it really doesn't matter if I'm speaking to someone from, as I was today from Sacramento, California, who I met with today, or if it was someone earlier in the week from out in Colorado who I was meeting with, or if it's someone from Texas, whether it's in Dallas or it's in San Antonio, it just doesn't matter anymore. Whether it's the gentleman who will be here this week from New York, everyone is telling me the same thing. Look, we just are looking for a place that more closely aligns with what we believe in our value system. And East Tennessee seems to check that box for many people. Now, that does not mean it is a diverse area, but the majority of people here do value family. They value their faith. They value their community. They value helping their neighbor. They value law and order. They value all of these things that so many many people around the country have seen or are telling me that they have lost in the places that they're moving to here from. And I'll be honest with you, I personally find that very sad because many of the people that I'm talking to are not people who moved to California or moved to Colorado, all these different areas. What I'm hearing from them is that we've lived here our whole lives. And if they're young, their parents are there. And so this is their home. And what they're telling me is that they're being forced to leave their home because they just are having to find a different environment. Well, if that's you, I just want you to know that there's a lot of folks that I talk to. Number one on the list is that you are looking for an area that aligns more closely with your conservative traditional values. And many of you are telling me that you're finding it right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So you're watching this video right now and you're saying, okay, that's kind of me. You know, I'm thinking about some of the same things. Not that the other stuff isn't important, cost of living and all the other things about Tennessee that's great in Knoxville, but how do those values live out themselves in the daily life of people in Knoxville? Well, I personally think you see that in every area of Knoxville, whether it's the patriotic people who are here who have a high respect for their veterans, the law enforcement, their first responders. You see American flags on many of the houses and businesses, and not just on the 4th of July. You see it played out in our governments where, you know, a governing body that's not overbearing. They have regulations and laws and things in place that are great for protecting all of us, our safety, our properties, our values and our properties and those kind of things, but they're not overbearing. We see a tax structure that is in place that's overall very low compared to other parts of the country because we do provide the necessities, but at the same time, we don't provide all types of support for folks. You to get out and work. We want you to provide. We want you to do those things for yourself. So you see it played out in almost every part of life. You know, you see a church almost on every street and a lot of faith-based organizations who are out in their community. You see a lot of community groups who are out here working in the parks, working in their community. Just a really good place to live. And what people who are visiting here, and this is not my opinion, this is what I'm hearing from you who are here that have already bought homes from us or folks who I'm working with who've already had visits, is that when they're here, they feel like this is a very warm place. That is a place that they really feel at home and they feel like that, you know, they could really lean into and become a part of. So that's what I would tell you. If you haven't visited Knoxville and if you're looking for that environment, come see what it feels like to you. See if it's a place that you think you could make home. See if it's a place that you feel like would replace maybe some of the things you feel like you've lost over the last few years, wherever it is that you're considering moving from. Okay, so we've talked about what the number one reason is. We've talked about how what I hear from you and what I feel like personally is how that's lived out right here in Knoxville. But what does this mean for our future? What does it really mean for the future of East Tennessee and Knoxville when we talk about people who are moving here that are looking for an area with more conservative values? Now, the most common thing that I hear from those of you that are moving, and it doesn't matter if it's California, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, out in Dallas, it seems like a lot lately. But I get this question for you, and just had this from someone from California the other day who said, so are there a lot of folks moving to Knoxville from California? Yes, there's a lot of folks moving here from California. I hope they don't bring their problems with them. You know, and then I hear that from the locals. I hope these folks who are moving here come here because they want to be a part of what we have here in Knoxville, and they don't want to come create another version of the problems that they're leaving. I want to put both groups' mind at ease. So whether you're moving here and you're concerned about other folks moving here from where you're from, or whether you're a local Knoxvillian and you're concerned about the people who are moving into town, here's what I can tell you, and I can only speak from the point of view of the folks that I work with. That is a lot of people, and those people are coming here because they want to be part of what Knoxville has. They want to be part of our community. They want to be part of the culture. They have the same value systems, have made Knoxville and East Tennessee what it is, and they're coming here for that, not to change that. So if you're someone who's considering doing it, I think the future of Knoxville is strong. I think the future of Knoxville is attractive to many, many, many people across the United States, and I think I almost know that to be the case based on what I do for a living. And it's not just one area, it's everywhere from South Florida to California to Colorado and just about everywhere in between. This is an area, and even from other parts of Tennessee, you know, we're seeing folks now who are starting to move here, starting to talk to from the Nashville area who say, you know, things have changed in Nashville quite a bit and they're looking to move more toward the Knoxville area now. So if that's you, I think, you know, and you want to consider Knoxville as a future home, I think the future here in Knoxville, Tennessee is bright. I know we've seen our costs, especially in our real estate world, go up considerably. Of course, so is most of the United States, but at the same time, it's true demand and it's people who are moving here and living in these homes. If we live here, we own homes, we've all reaped the reward of that appreciation. It's not that it's a bad thing. So I think the future of Knoxville is bright. It's also attracting a lot of employers to our area who are looking for a workforce that also has that type of value system, hard work and those kinds of things. So if you're looking to move to Knoxville, I would say, hey, the door's open and it's bright. If you're a local person who's concerned about the people who are moving here to Knoxville, I would say take a deep breath. These are fantastic people and they're going to be a huge part of our community and they're just going to make us stronger and better. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video today. It was a little bit different topic, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit just about what I'm hearing from you directly and from my experience. And if you did enjoy today's video, give us a thumbs up. We love those. They're encouraging to us. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so below. And until next time, guys, I can't wait to see you around Knoxville soon.